Okay, talking about food poisoning. Now, I've poisoned my family a couple of times.
Multiple times.
It wasn't intentional. Okay?
Allegedly.
Okay, now the CDC has come out and said.
Well,
again,
here's why. Did you see why?
They said stop eating raw cookie dough.
I'm not going to. I like raw cookie dough.
It's causing hospitalization from a salmonella outbreak because of the flour. Because there's various ways that cookie dough can poison you. And it comes down to, the eggs and the flour and the dough and all that.
Because it's
in the dough.
Here's the thing too, is how cold is it in the cooler section? If it gets a little too warm, that will take that active bacteria and make it more dangerous.
Yeah.
So
now what can cause you to get sick besides meat?
You'd be surprised by some of these.
And even in some cases kill you. Flour is number 10.
Yep.
Cantaloupe is in there.
Fantastic. I hate it.
I didn't know that. Number 8, peaches. Again, you don't know a lot about them. Are they bad? I don't know.
The other thing is too, I wonder with some of them, like because they have like that fuzzy exterior. Maybe if you don't clean them properly, if there's like a bacteria living in that fuzz, maybe it harbors. I don't know.
Same with papayas. Those two grown on trees.
Now this is where he gets in trouble. Right here.
Okay, number 6 is chicken.
And this should be higher on the list. This should be number 1 on the Dave Murs list.
Number 5 is turkey. Again, it's the poultry family.
Poultry.
It isn't cooked all the way. Onions is in there too.
Yes.
Number 3, ground beef. Again, it isn't cooked all the way. Although ground beef, you can.
But you have gotten us sick on beef before
too. Because it wasn't, I guess, thawed properly, and it may have stayed out too long.
You guess.
Number 2.
You guess.
Number 2, deli cheese and meat. Again, it comes down to its exposure.
Yes, the refrigeration of it, the storing of it. If you keep it cold, it will last longer. But if you have it like out on the counter too long or out in the heat, again, there's active bacteria in there like any food.
Your deli meat, if it hasn't been, cooked prior and cooked enough, then
but then it gets warm and cold and warm and cold. Again, that is like a petri dish. It just activates all that bacteria.
I think the whole cheese thing is it comes down to the slicers that they're using.
Because it's the meat on the slicers too.
They don't clean every single slice.
No, they will use the slicer on the meat and the cheese. So if that meat is, say, some pieces are stuck in it and they get too warm, the active bacteria.
And then number 1 by far is bagged salad and other leafy greens because of recalls. We've had over 50 recalls since 2017 on bagged salads and leafy greens, which actually are causing death. Again, it comes down to their exposure, and you've got pesticides, and you've got handling and salmonella and all this stuff coming from salads.
Which is why you've got to wash things properly and cook things properly, because you really don't know where they came from or what they've been exposed to before they got to you.
Get more info on what's poisoning you besides me. Right now, the Yes FM Facebook.
Eating healthy can kill you.
Twitter at 967 Yes FM and the Murs in the Morning page at yesfm.com.